You see this right here? This is a 5-liter Ford Performance Coyote engine. Only the best can hang.
Alright, so I just wanted to start off with my first video just kind of being like an overview of my car, I guess, and some of the stuff I've done to it. So I've owned it for like 4 years, which honestly sounds kind of crazy when you think about it, but realistically it's not that long of a time. So we'll start off with the wheel setup. I have some Velgen VMB 7s. Nothing crazy. They are some really nice wheels and they fit really good. And then as for tires, just a street tire, but I've also got a drag pack sitting at home that has been really useful. It hooks really well, and I run some Mickey Thompson tires on that one. I have a few carbon accents on the car, not really a whole lot. I don't know if you can even see that really well, but that deck lid is just like a smooth carbon deck lid. A lot of people in the S550 community, they like to get rid of the GT badge that typically would be like right in this area right here. It just looks kind of almost tacky, if that's the right word for it. I've also got Euro taillights. I mean, everyone and their mom does these, but they look good, so screw it. As for the exhaust, I don't know if you can see that really well. It is MBRP exhaust, so basically the way I've got it set up, I've got some catless long tube headers going into a 3-inch H-pipe from MBRP, going into no mufflers because I blew them up, so that's always fun. I'm just gonna do like a quick overview of the inside too while we're here. This is a factory red interior car, which I actually found out was pretty rare. I didn't realize how rare it was until just one night I was just like, man, I'm gonna look this up. I'm curious. And I guess, I think it was less than 1% came with the red interior. I think it looks really clean with the gray though. It's super rare with the gray actually. And then for interior stuff, just a couple things. So I've got a Ford Performance carbon fiber shift knob, and then I've got a carbon fiber steering wheel with, let me get in here, a red stripe down the middle. It just looks really clean, especially with the red interior. And as for the final cosmetic stuff, so I think this is the stuff right here that made the biggest difference in terms of how it looks. So we'll start off with the hood. It is a Cervini Cobra R hood, 2.5-inch cowl. It's hard to tell on camera how this really looks in person. It's definitely not too tall, but at the same time, it definitely is noticeable. And it kind of has like a step cowl here. So it starts off, this is the same kind of body line right here as the stock hood. And it comes up to about a 1-inch cowl. It's really hard to see that on camera. And then it goes into the 2.5-inch and smooth from there. And as for the front bumper, this is probably my favorite part of the car in terms of its looks. So this bumper is made by 7.7 Performance, so shout out to those guys. This thing right here, it came in like 30 pieces when it shipped in the box, so if that tells you anything about the quality of this. Each individual piece just snaps together. So for instance, this right here, the turn signal shroud, that snaps into the rest of the bumper clip up here. And then these right here, this is called I think it's a hockey insert is what it technically is called. Seems kind of weird, but oh well. That also is like separate. Another thing to note about all the bumper pieces being separate is that it makes it a lot easier whenever all the pieces are separate for paint, just because a lot of people do two-tone colors on these bumpers. That's how the 2020 GT500s came, so people tend to kind of follow that style. I chose to do my middle piece right here, which also is a separate piece. I chose to do that in body color actually. Most of the people who get these bumpers just do that black as well, so that kind of matches the turn signal shroud, the hockey insert, all the plastics, all that stuff. Actually, I did forget about one last tiny little detail. So I did these like corner tint pieces, if you want to call them that, basically just for the meantime to cover up the amber reflectors and the chrome inside the headlight. I like a stealthier kind of dark appearance, especially with this gray color. And it's super cheap, super easy to do. I think in the future, I definitely want to paint the inside of this housing black. So for instance, the shroud around that projector, black, all this stuff in there, black. All right, so for engine mods, really not a whole lot. So I've got this intake, it's made by PMOS. It's 120mm MAF housing, and I mean, I don't know how much a cold air truly works, but it's on there, so. And then, oh yeah, this evap, this is really hideous, but we make do. I also happened to, whenever we did the install on this intake manifold, this is a Gen 3, so 18 and up intake manifold, I didn't have one of the vacuum pieces that I needed, and so I took a piece off of like a refrigerant line for a fridge, and it and it fit perfect. So yep, this is pretty bunk if you want to say that. You probably can't see them. I've got long tubes down there. I think I told you guys that earlier. And then yeah, it's on the 85. Pretty simple stuff really. Something really cool to note about these Cervini's hoods too, this kind of points towards their quality. They do little small things like having their logo on the inside of the hood, and it's angled properly, so you know when you're at a car show and you pop your hood, then you can see the Cervini logo. I also wanted to briefly talk about kind of what I want to do with this channel. So what I think I'll do is I'll do things like spotlights, for instance. So taking someone's car from the car community here in Springfield, kind of doing just like a video about it really. And then I want to do some racing content as well. So, you know, going out on the weekend, doing some street racing, drag racing, stuff like that. And I also want to do install videos, modification videos, tech tips, stuff like that. So that's just kind of the direction I want to go with this channel. And another thing I want to do too, I want to keep this channel super organized. So for instance, you know, once I build up some content and stuff, once I build up install videos, spotlight videos, racing videos, you know, whatever it may be, put those all in a series, kind of keep them organized in playlists and stuff. That way, you know, you could go show your friends my content and they could just pull up a playlist, find exactly what they're looking for, no problem. I also think it kind of creates a cleaner look too, which I'm really going to be going after with the kind of aesthetic with this channel. But yeah, so that's just kind of a quick overview about my 2015 Mustang and a little bit about what I plan to do with this channel, and I'm excited to get started on this journey. One last thing before you guys go, if you guys could help me out by liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel, help me get this journey started, I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you guys are looking forward to this as much as I am. I mean, people around here, there's a lot of interesting cars to document. There's a lot more cool stuff around Springfield than some people think. I'm just excited to start filming it, start bringing that content to you guys, and we will see you later.
Leave the camera on the ground and just walk away. You just see him set it down.
Free camera.
He just sets it on the ground. Just walks with his ass out. Sup, fellow street racers? I'm Jacob Brent. This is my 2011 BMW 335 IS. If you want to race in the big league.
What's your name?
Bo Shackle.
That's Coyote Bob.
Coyote Bob and Daryl Dan.
That's right.
This is my fucking noun, you know? What? Did you pick the nose and wipe it on my head?
No.
You fucking Bo Shackle, P Shackle.
Want to race with the big dogs? You're going to have to go through Noah first.
As you get through Noah, you gotta go through me.
You see this right here? This is a 5-liter Ford Performance Coyote engine.
Only the best can hang.